So it's otherwise I'm just talking to a black screen with only some boxes. That's better. Thank you, Bharti ji.
Hi.
Hi. So may I request rest of there is also some of you can rename because it is just coming as Galaxy M01 Core. Galaxy M31. So I would request you to rename yourself with your exact name. Thank you, Sanjeev, for showing up.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Pleasure. Galaxy M31 and M01 Core, can you rename yourselves or at least tell what's your name? Can't figure out. There's an option, you have to just press against the three dots which are there at the right corner of your box. So it gives you an option to rename. So you can type your name there. Good evening, everyone. Jagmohan Sahni ji.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, can you kindly turn on your camera as well?
I'll see, sir. Camera. Okay, sir.
Thank you. How about rest of the people? थोड़ा सा hesitation है चेहरा दिखाने के लिए.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
Good evening, Mishra ji.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Enjoying ourselves.
At this age, there should be no hesitation.
Absolutely.
At any stage of life, there should not be any hesitation.
सही बात है. Very well said.
We are all beautiful seniors.
Oh yeah, and undoubtedly. Because when you start loving yourself, then you don't have to worry about anything else.
Very truly said.
Chalo, good. So today's topic is something very interesting. It's a little vague, when I saw how you met your partner. Now, what kind of partner is not very clear. But I am just trying to reiterate that it is your life partner, not the business partner or any other partner that you may have. So we are talking about how you met your life partner. So who would like to set the ball rolling? Anyone who can?
That's very simple for me.
Go ahead, Mishra ji.
She's my batchmate and we met in the class in the MBBS.
यार ये तो एकदम you have just given a 3 line and then that is done and dusted. माहौल क्रिएट कीजिए, बैकग्राउंड.
सर 2.5 अक्षर प्रेम का है तो 3 लाइन हो गया. No, we were batchmates and we met in the class and initially nothing happened, but gradually everything happened.
This is still a summary here.
Yeah, proceed. Somebody else should go ahead then.
I think actually, ideally, it should start from you, sir.
So that then the entire session will go in that, so it's not fair.
Never mind.
But the partner is sitting just
she's watching over your shoulders.
आपको मजा आया देखकर आपको कैसा लगा? मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. कुछ ऐसा देखकर हमेशा ही दिल से अच्छा लगा और आप सभी बढ़िया. We can hear some background. Somebody is talking about अच्छा लगा. So, excepting the one who is speaking, I would request everyone to mute yourself. Okay, so since Mishra ji is insisting that I talk about myself, there is no exciting background to this except that ours was a very properly arranged wedding wherein horoscopes were matched. Only thing is that I was only 23. I had not even touched 24 when
I met her for the first time. So it was something like we are three brothers and one was already married, and the second and third, I'm the third one. We came into the marriage market together in the year 1978-79 time frame, and the horoscopes matched, and then it had to happen. So we just had a very familiar procedure that is followed among South Indians. So the girl side comes and says that your son's horoscope has matched, and then we verify that, and then my parents went and checked with their respective Jyotish, and he confirmed that yes, it matches. So अब लड़की देखने की कर दीजिए. So 28th of January 1979 is what we met for the first time. And I'll not hesitate to tell this. Normally, when we go to see a girl, it will be just the 2 or 3 or 4 of us who would normally go to see the girl, close family people. But then in my case, it was about 25 people seeing me when we went to see my better half to be then. So, and not only that, in fact, I was thoroughly exposed in that meeting, because there were some very senior profile people amongst our relatives who actually realized that the job I was doing was a very ordinary one, or like a glorified peon of a multinational organization. Mr. Suresh Sajnani, can you mute yourself, please? So it was a little bit of a surprise to me that there were about 25 people looking at me, and I had to play it up, and then not only that, I had to manage the situation by telling some flowery stories about the role that I do in a multinational company like Procter & Gamble. It was called Richardson Hindustan, then makers of Vicks Vapor Up, inhaler, cough drops, throat drops, etc. So the gentleman asked me, where is the challenge in your job? I said, ye aadmi ne mere ko barabar pakad liya, there is no challenge in my job. But then I made it very interesting to him, saying that, okay, we do a lot of planning. The media planning system is something which I'm working on. We'll look at the non-exhibition of the advertisements of Vicks Vapor Up, and we capture the data and then do the analytics of that and stuff like that. Kuch aisa hi hawa mein baat kiya. And as luck would have it, he became a big fan of mine after later on in life. So we are now 43 and running 44th year now of wedding. It's just that after January 20, I was very confident that I'll be rejected by them. Having gone through the grill of an interview, I really felt that they'll be rejecting me. But surprisingly, they also felt that I was okay. The guy is having a good job, earning well, so घर बार अपना है तो कर लेगा, ठीक है. So they approved, and then I had to wait for around 200 days.
So what did you speak to your wife? What did you talk to her? What did you tell her to convince that you are the right person for him? That you tell. We are not interested in your
That's another story he will tell.
What you talk to her, that's more important.
No, those days, I think I'm talking late 70s, girls were not like the current girls. They were like, if my parents say it is good, they will accept it. So there was no convincing required from my side. When I asked my parents, my mother especially, a strong iron lady, so I said that, can I have a one-on-one with her? She just gave a look, and that was enough. I knew I should not be talking such things. Because she knew that the moment I opened my mouth, the girl will reject me. So अपना ही दांत है, अपना ही होठ है, चुप रहने में ही भलाई है. So I was just a spectator. I only responded to the questions asked to me, and I heard her sing a song. I liked it, and my dad told me that she's a very sweet girl. I said yes, because we were contrast in our entire personality. I was tall, dark, huge, and she only about 5 feet tall, fair, petite. So it is completely contrast matching. but then I guess there was some balancing that has happened.
So can we talk to her and ask what she felt when you came?
Yeah, please do. Here she
How
is.
you felt when you saw him first time? What was your experience and what was your experience?
Sir, it was 43 years back when the girl was not that forward enough to tell her views first.
Okay.
So there were my grandparents also sitting there. So they will always go by, ठीक है यार लड़का अच्छा कमाता है, अच्छा family है, family background is good. So our daughter will be in a good place. That's it.
Okay.
And the girl will have full faith in all these people. Grandparents, दादी, नानी सब बैठे हैं उधर. So they are well experienced. They know much more about the world than a 20-year-old girl. Well, ठीक है.
I wish nowadays, the young people also understand this, because nowadays they don't listen to us. They want to have their own opinion, and that's a big drawback, And you have so many problems. Now, after 1 year of marriage, they are going for divorce because they don't know what all is to be there. When seniors were involved, they know your whole family background, everything. But nowadays, people, the young children, they don't listen. They have their own views, and they think their seniors are no good. They don't understand what life is.
This is the current dilemma.
The system was any day better. The system which we adopted, that if your parents go and meet and you see the girl and that's end, and afterwards you develop the friendship and the love, and that is lasting. Not like
आजकल physics, chemistry, geography, history सब चाहिए ना.
They start thinking of divorce and all that thing,
Correct.
No, there is no commitment now.
But I find the current generation is very smart actually. They analyze, de-analyze, and they take a final call actually.
They analyze so much. They miss out on various needed genuine points.
No. Can I butt in?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
There's economic independence. The girl is also working nowadays. So
Exactly.
economic independence is given empowerment, and that leads to problems.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're absolutely on dot.
Right.
Spot on.
Yeah. I think
Mr. Lakshman, how's your Hindi so good?
Oh, we are Mumbaikars here.
so. You are good in Marathi also.
Oh yeah, we are good at Marathi as well. I mean, I'm fortunate. I know about 7 languages, so it helps me.
Wonderful.
So should I tell about myself
Except the
now?
local language.
Excepting the local language in Bangalore.
So वो है. So see.
Should I tell about myself?
Yes.
Oh yeah. You're inspired now. I'm
Okay.
happy
So
to.
now I get your point. So what happened was that I came to Allahabad. I was from Varanasi. So I was initially joined MBBS at Jipmar, Pondicherry, Puducherry now. And then BHU, and my father said, "You are a localite over here. You better go to Allahabad," because I studied my senior Cambridge from here. So we got selected, both of us over here. And their parents were here. My father-in-law was a commissioner here at Allahabad.
Sorry, where are you when you say here? Which part of?
I was from Varanasi, Banaras, but I studied in Allahabad, that is Prayagraj nowadays.
Okay, Prayagraj.
And she was from Sitapur, and the parents were here, the localites.
Okay.
So my father-in-law was a commissioner here, and I am the only issue of my parents.
Okay.
So when I went to her house, we were about 10 or 11 people would go to her house.
Oh.
And her mom used to cook food for all of us immediately, somehow.
Wow.
So that was very impressive. And then I saw that the curtains are made of old saris. So there was no show off. He was very strict and very upright. So was my father. So I thought, this is the girl I want for my family, because my parents have to be taken care of. I am the only issue. So that set the ball rolling. And initially there were some problems, discussions here and there like you had. And then finally they agreed. And then she took care of the entire family, and I was roaming throughout the world, getting more and more degrees. Wow. So exactly what I predicted what happened. And I'm fortunate to have her with me. And she took care of my parents till their death. My father died at 96, my mother 102. My uncle, my aunt, my maternal uncle, his wife, and so many people should take care of. And she's a professor and head of pathology right now. She is in a meeting with the commissioner for dengue. So dengue is over here in Allahabad, and right now she is there. So I'm very fortunate.
Wonderful. How many years now for your wedding?
40 years, sir.
40 years. You're junior to
3 years junior to you, sir.
There may be quite a few seniors also here, I'm sure.
Yeah, I saw somebody's here. Look.
No, don't go by the looks.
So it was basically simplicity that,
Won you over.
felt the ball rolling. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, who's the next one who is willing to share as to how it happened? Jagmohan ji, aap muskura rahe hain.
Ours is a very simple thing. It was again an arranged marriage. So my parents went to see this. Like at that time, I was posted in army, so I was not very keen of marriage. I say I want to postpone. Like I had come on a holiday, so only 3 days were left. So I thought I'll finish in 3 days. So I was trying to delay the whole thing so that I should get rid of this. But finally my father said, no, we must go to someone's house. And we went there, and then I saw the girl, my wife now, and we said okay, and that's the way we got married. It was a very simple affair, and my parents knew the family, so we hardly spoke. That girl was very quiet; she hardly speaks. So I just talked to her. She didn't respond much, So I said okay, but she was good looking. Everything was fine. I said go ahead. Now my parents were insisting. So before I finished my leave, I said okay, you go ahead. And that's the way we got engaged in a day. And then I was posted in Madras at that time. CFL Madras. I was in Tenampet. That was so then it was so far off from Delhi, then only no communication. I'm talking about this was in 1980. So I got married in 82. So they hardly any communication. Sometimes she'll write to me, I'll write to her. That's end of it, And then finally we got married and settled. And I'm so lucky. She's very nice, very talented. I got 2 kids, 1 son, 1 daughter, and God has been very kind. I'm really grateful, and she has managed the house so well that I'm very lucky to have such a nice lady. And I tell my children that now, see, we were not very fussy. We were just waiting. Everything depend on our parents. Nowadays, children, they look so many things, the package, all the blah, blah. So we never bothered. So what is package? My salary is good enough. But nowadays, they said, no, the girl package is less, boy package is more, all that blah, blah. I really can't stand on all these things. Now it has become more commercial. Whereas in our case, it was out of love and affection and respect for each other. That is very important. Thank you, sir. That's all.
That is good, interesting. Now I can see a couple on the screen. So the Nathan couples, whom I know personally. So I would like them to share as to how it all happened. I think 49 years ago. Yeah, unmute yourself, sir.
Shall I start?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Nathan.
My name is Krishna Nathan. I was born and brought up in Thana, a suburb in about 40 miles from Mumbai. I was, and my whole life was spun around Bombay, in Thana, and during the day we used to go for schools and all that. But on Sunday and Saturdays, we were devoted only to go to town and look around that. We had a gang of about 5-6 people. Most of them were, none of them were Tambrams. They were all Maharashtrians, Catholics, Parsis. So my whole life and mannerisms and customs was dependent upon these things only. And my contacts with the Tambrams was only on Sundays when my mom and dad, they used to go to Matunga. It is supposed to be a South Indian suburb. And they used to visit all their daddy's relatives, daddy's cousin, sister, brothers, and all those things. And that was the normal ritual till the next Saturday and Sunday. So one fine day, daddy told me that this time just skip over your English movie habit and come with us to Matunga. I asked, what is the necessity? Because this year, never have you ever asked me that. No, there's a special reason. So I thought that there may be some birthday or a wedding is under planning. So they had just called us because daddy was the only son who was in Bombay. The rest were all spread out in Calcutta, Modi Nagar, and Erode. So I also went with them. Then we landed at my would-be wife's place in Matunga. I was quite aware with them, and then they also knew who I am. And then the topic came up of that usual goody, hello, how are you, and all that thing. Then the topic came from her grandfather. Now, her grandfather was Mr. He was known as Parmeshwaran. And he is the first Tambram in Bombay who rode a Kalipili, that is a taxi driver. So he was the first, and he not only drove it, he also owned a taxi. So it was a ritual for my dad and mom to always visit him every Sunday. And then one day the topic popped up, what are you going to do about Krishna? Nobody had realized what is to be done and all that. So when this question was popped up by Chetan, that is Mr. Parmeshwaran, Daddy looked at me, he looked at my mother, mother looked at his wife. Then suddenly her grandmother, with whom she was living, she told, why don't you marry baby? That is, baby is my would-be wife who's on my left-hand side. And we were all dumbstruck because we had never planned all these things. And unlike Anna was not used to all these things because my whole crowd was the Catholics and they had their usual dating and meeting each other in the local hotels in Bombay, visiting each other. So this was something, a new thing for me. So I just stared at my dad and mom and asked, what is to be done? So my mother told, no problem, because there is nothing to be very formal about, because she also happens to be the daughter of her elder brother. So my mother and her father, they were related brothers and sisters. So there was no question of horoscope and all those things. So Daddy told, okay, it is done. Then Mummy popped up to him. Well, what about the star? You know, all the Tambram, they all these lot of things, star, horoscope, and all those things. So he told there is no horoscope necessary because both the stars are same. So there is no need to look at the horoscope. Let us proceed with the engagement and all that. So immediately after in about 15 days, we got engaged, and after a month, both of us got married. And touch wood, up to now, we have completed 49 years. We're hopefully completing 50 years next year.
Nice way of putting it. Just for the benefit of people who may not understand what is Tambram, it is Tamil Brahmins. Truncated.
But did you like the bride then?
I did.
No, we would like to listen to the bride also now.
Those days, a girl had only two ambitions: to get married and settle down with a new husband. They had no ambition of working like today's girls, that they have got a career mark for them. They are going to only do this, and they have got 2-3 rituals which we have their own house. The parents and in-laws should not be staying with them. They should be a totally nuclear family, and they will lead their lives independently, unlike those days where the girl had only two objectives: one, to get married and settle down with a new husband.
Yeah, we would like to listen to the other part, story on the other side.
Someone, when they fix the marriage, someone asked baby also her opinion. My name is Lakshmi, but they call me baby at home. So when I looked at my grandmother said, no, why should we ask her the opinion? The boy is earning, his salary, 1040, 4-figure salary, 1040 rupees he's earning. And he's a BCom graduate. What else you want? And every day here in where I grew up in my grandparents' house, they used to take me to movies once in 6 months or once in 8 months. And that too, Bhakta Prahalada, Chota Jawan, such movies. So here in my in-laws' house, they breathe movies, they sleep movies, they eat movies. From morning, they will open the Times of India, they'll go to the entertainment page and say, the Dora Stay is running in the our nearby theater, Sangam is running there, this and that. So I had to just get up, drink a cup of coffee, get ready, no bath, nothing. I have to just get ready and go to movies with my mother-in-law. Morning, matinee, 12 o'clock. 12 to 3. From there, they will skip to other theater, 3 to 6. Again at night, after my father-in-law returns from work, again movie. So in a week, I might have seen minimum 15 to 18 movies. So I felt that was heavenly. Then occasionally we used to argue with each other. Occasionally, not much. But that occasionally has become frequently now. Otherwise, we have a daughter and an adult granddaughter too. She just turned 18. Ours is a very happy family, I must admit.
That's good.
And I have got plenty of set of nice friends I have. One of them is couple Lalita and Lax. And Lax and self are from the same school, from the same class, right from first standard to 11th standard, we have studied together. That's all.
And don't miss out to say that we met after 42 years in 2013, after 1971 when we came out of school.
And he was always moving with Bhal Thackeray and his group. So during our wedding time, there was restriction for we were not, rice was not available then in place.
So shortage of rice and guests had to be controlled.
We could invite only 50 to 100 guests then, but my grandmother said, no, we can invite as much we want because the boys, Bhal Thackeray is right hand, so nothing will happen.
Good old days.
Well,
Mamu, now also days are good.
Yeah.
We have become bolder.
Yeah.
Good young days.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God has been really kind to us.
One bonus in this particular incident is after meeting Lax and Lalita, we enlarged our group. Now, what happened is, after my mother passed away, who was the only sole member of the family, we two were now together, we are staying together. So we used to make innumerable trips to Bangalore. Now, as Lax, you are aware, he's a singer and a fanatic of all the Hindi songs. So every third month, they used to have a function in Bangalore, Barbar Rafi, Sangeet Sarita, so on and so forth. And this particular incidents, we used to make it a point to attend each and every function in Bangalore.
Yeah, that was good. They would come and we would reciprocate by going to Bombay and stay with them and attend a lot of programs there. So it has been a great reunion for us. Thank you so much, both of you. Now, can I request Bharti ji? I think I attended your wedding.
Yes, I remember. I remember.
So,
yeah, mine.
Enlighten all of us on that.
Yeah, mine was a typical Kande Pohe Baganacha Karyakram. So my brother-in-law, then he was to be, and his wife, that is my husband's sister, they came to our place, and we are four sisters. We had been to a movie that day, but only my mother was in the house. They sat for a while and he saw my house. And when he returned home, he told my sister-in-law that I'm going to take one girl from this place. And that was say around in 79, August or something. And December 79, Jatin, my husband, he came. He didn't want to come. But then my brother-in-law said, कि तुमको क्रिकेट में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, आओ आज इस बार तुमको मैच दिखाते हैं. So on that pretext, he came to Mumbai, that तभी का बॉम्बे, और उनको मेरे घर लाया गया. कांदे पोहे का प्रोग्राम हुआ और हम मिले एक दूसरे से. I didn't want to get married, in fact, like sir, because I wanted to devote myself to my brother who was a muscular dystrophy patient. So I was not so keen on being the eldest in the family, and I had already lost one elder brother. So I felt that no, I should help my mother and my father, and after them, who will look after my brother? So I was not so keen. In fact, before I got ready for that program, seeing each other, I cried a lot. लेकिन वो आए, हम बैठे, बस हुआ ऐसा कि हमने एक दूसरे को देखा और it clicked somehow. It was, for me, it was नहीं, जो मैं बोल रही थी कि नहीं मुझे शादी नहीं करनी है, तो somehow Cupid threw some arrows and I liked him, और हम उसके बाद में he went away. 2 दिन बाद वहां से आंसर आया कि नहीं हमें लड़की पसंद है, and I got married in April 1980 और हमारी शादी को आज 42 years हो गए हैं. We have 2 beautiful daughters and well settled in life, and I'm happy. That's it. And Lakshya, you were there in my reception.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks to Jayashree. Her younger sister is my colleague, used to be my colleague in Procter and Gamble then. So
Yes.
that is how I landed up at that wedding.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Narayan Rao, can we have your version?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Very well. Loud and clear.
Actually, I have 54 years of marital bliss. I am 82. My wife is 76. I am at Hyderabad now. And for some time I was at Bombay. I started my job at Tata Finlay as an executive trainee with 350 rupees. So everybody was talking about the marriage. This thing I will tell you. In 1969, I married at Hyderabad. At that time, because that Tata Finlay was separated, James Finlay and Tata separated. So I came to Hyderabad. At Hyderabad, I started my job at 250 rupees consolidated as accounts officer. So my father-in-law was, till his death, he was grudging that my salary is low, and I'm in a private company. But he didn't live to see me that I became chief general manager afterwards. That's all. But our the married life of 54 years is very, very happy. And health-wise, we are better, no? Actually, they recently I tried to put some reminiscence, actually. So this afternoon, I saw this Zoom session, this thing, so I just participating in that. Are you able to hear?
Yes.
Yeah. We would actually like to understand as to how the process of your first meeting.
First meeting was just, I could say that old days only. It's an arranged marriage. So when I was invited to see the girl, I said, we'll come. My father-in-law said, he will send a car or also a taxi or something. I said, no, we will come by bus only. We are middle class, they are middle class. There's no problem on that. That also I was reaching, actually. I said that the difficulties, because I'm an eldest son, I said, a middle class family, what will be the difficulties? Financially, physically, or all those things. Then she agreed. She said, okay, that was. And we are living here happily now. The only thing is the present day marriages and all that, those days marriages and all that, you compare, there's a lot of difference actually. There, the family matters, everything is. Now, recently, I've seen somewhere this my nephew's son. He has to register in this now matrimonial columns are there, no? In matrimonial this thing, they have to give a certificate of income and all those. So girls are more choosy nowadays. That's what I find. Because comparatively, I'm talking about the जमाना सब बदल गया ना.
Yeah, and I think we need to respect that as well, because things are changing and they are equal partners, unlike what used to be in the good old days.
No, present day, this thing also, what is happening is they are saying the youngsters, the sons or daughters, they are not taking care of the parents and all that. It's all over the articles we are reading. It's not this case. I consider the older generation also, like us, are also responsible. See, you get your son or daughter educated, you're thinking, give him a year qualified, spend so much money, and then you don't want to stay with them, actually, because that's culturally difference will be there about the habits and all that. So both ways they should get together, because in nowadays, the family life was different. This is just like coordinate geometry circles, inner circle, outer circle, and all that. The inner circle will be the parents, the outer circle will be the children, and they both are coordinated. That type of coordination now it is not there. That's my view, at least.
Yeah, I think these are all debatable things, and things keep on changing and moving, and we also need to move with times.
I am telling my daughters, I have 3 daughters and 6 grandchildren. They are almost, I'm just telling what is the family value. Enjoyed, of course, there were troubles at that time also, but it has to be get solved because the elders are respected. I studied in Bombay University only. We were in Matunga for about 18 years because my father was in railways.
Okay.
So we were in Matunga railway quarters. Then it was known as Little Madras, actually. I learned Tamil in Matunga, actually.
So which college did you go to? Khalsa? SIS?
Khalsa, yeah, Khalsa College.
Okay. Close to Matunga.
That is 1960.
Okay. When we started our school.
Yeah. So I am a 1941 model. My wife is a 1947 model. She's a
nice to know that.
That's how. That is actually, I should say it's marital bliss only.
Absolutely.
All these years.
Okay, so now who else is left? Many of them had to leave. So they just sent a message saying that I've got another meeting to attend, and some of them left. So there is one Galaxy M31 still part of the session, but we have not seen the face or name of this person. Galaxy M31, can you kindly open up? Oh, thank you. Namaste ji. थोड़ा क्लैरिटी.
अच्छा, अब आती है?
हाँ, अब आती है.
हाँ. मैंने एक बार म्यूट था, सॉरी. हाँ, आपके इस ओपन हाउस शो में एक बार पार्ट लिया है आपने, अब याद आ गया होगा शायद.
No, very familiar face. That is the reason because it was closed, we didn't know who it was.
अभी मेरा नाम नहीं आया, डॉक्टर सरला बारन.
हाँ, अब नाम नहीं आया, करेक्ट.
हाँ,
showing as Galaxy M31.
हाँ, तो मैं अभी क्लिनिक चालू था मेरा, तो मैंने फिर वो नहीं लिखा था. अब मेरा टाइम खत्म हो गया, क्लिनिक ओवर हो गया, तो मैं फिर से जुड़ गई आपसे. और आप सभी की बातें सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा. सभी हस्बैंड वाइफ साथ में बैठे हैं. नमस्कार बहन जी. अभी ये सीनियर्स हैव टैलेंट शो में मैं भी विजेता हो गई हूँ.
कंग्रेचुलेशन, आपको पहले मुबारक.
कंग्रेचुलेशन. थैंक यू.
अच्छा गाया था आपने, मुझे याद है.
लेकिन क्या प्रॉब्लम उस दिन था कि 7th ये आपके विषयांतर हो गया, मैं जो बात करूंगी. हाँ, वो 7 पार्टिसिपेंट जो मुकेश गर्ग जी गा रहे थे और मेरा वाईफाई सिग्नल चला गया, तो 12th तक का नहीं आया। मुझे आशा नहीं थी कि मैं जुड़ पाऊंगी वापस। तो बहुत एंग्जियस थी, तो मेरी आवाज पे बहुत असर होती है। जब भी एंजाइटी स्ट्रेस में हो तो जैसा मैंने चाहा था वैसा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दे सकी थी। फिर भी जजेस ने मुझे चूज किया, उसके लिए सभी का, और आप उस टाइम भी एनकरेजमेंट दे रहे थे, तो शुक्रिया आपका।
थैंक यू।
और बेन जी को तो कभी कभी अंताक्षरी में ऐसे सुनती हूँ, पार्ट नहीं लिया है। तो आज आपको देख के बहुत खुशी हुई है। बस अभी मैंने तो हाँ, अब मिलते रहेंगे।
क्यों नहीं।
हाँ, तो अभी मेरे हस्बैंड आ गए क्लिनिक से, लेकिन मैंने उनको सुनाया और अभी वो टेरेस पर वॉकिंग करने गए हैं। वो बहुत एनकरेज करते हैं कि आप बहुत पार्ट लीजिए सब में। डॉक्टर है वो भी, MBBS है, तो अभी ही आए और टेरेस पर वॉकिंग के लिए गए हैं।
वेरी गुड। लेकिन फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ पीपल, आपको ये तो बोलना होगा कि आपकी मुलाकात कैसी हुई पार्टनर के साथ, डॉक्टर जी के साथ, कब हुई, कैसे हुआ?
हाँ, अभी आपको तो मैंने सुनाया था, लेकिन आप भूल गए।
ऑडियंस अलग है ना अभी।
हाँ, बराबर। हाँ, तो जैसे मैं रनिंग 17 ईयर्स था मेरा, और पिताजी ने वहां से बात आई रिश्ते की कि ये भी मैंने आयुर्वेद किया है, BAMS, और वो MBBS है। वो मेरे से 9 ईयर्स एल्डर है, बड़े हैं उम्र में। तो वो बात आ गई, मेरी दीदी का भी रिश्ता बाकी था, लेकिन पिताजी ने और मेरी दादी ने बोला कि जब भी बड़ी बेटी की सगाई जैसे होगी, तब हम सरला की सगाई कर देंगे। मुझे किसी ने पूछा नहीं था, हमने देखा नहीं था। और बस ऐसे ही बात लोग चलाते रहे। मैं अपनी पढ़ाई में, तो जब मैं 2nd ईयर में आई, 6 महीने के बाद, तो डॉक्टर साहब मिलने, वहाँ उनकी इंटर्नशिप लगी थी जामनगर में, तो पिताजी ने बोला कि वो राजू तुमको मिलने आएगा। तो मैंने बड़े भाई को देखा था, उनको नहीं देखा था। तो वो अपने दोस्तों के साथ ऐसे हॉस्टल में से मैंने किसी से देखा कि 3 लड़के आ रहे हैं। तो मैंने अपने फ्रेंड्स से बोला कि देखो वो राजू ही लगते हैं, क्योंकि उनके बड़े भाई को जब रिश्ता लेके आए थे, तो मुझे पता नहीं था कि मेरा रिश्ता लेके आए हैं। तो मैंने सोचा था कि दीदी के लिए आए हैं, तो मैं तो बहुत हंस के सबको परोस रही थी। तब तक मुझे पता नहीं था कि हाँ मेरी बात चलने वाली है। फिर तो मैं उस दिन जो उनके फ्रेंड साथ में आए थे, उनको बोला कि आपको दीदी के लिए आना चाहिए, मेरी बात क्यों बोली। पिताजी ने जब बात की, और उनके फ्रेंड जो आए थे डॉक्टर साहब के, वो भी साथ में, तो वो बोले कि तुम इस लाइन में हो, तुम लोग दोनों मेडिकल फील्ड में हो, इसीलिए तुम्हारी बात चलाई है, दीदी के लिए हम देखें। फिर वो आए, और मैंने बोला, तो वो लोग जैसे वॉचमैन से बोले कि डॉक्टर, ये मैं डॉक्टर पढ़ रही, सरला राठौड़ को मिलना है। तो वॉचमैन ने आवाज दी कि सरला जी आपको बुला रहे हैं, गेस्ट आए हैं। फिर हमारे लेडीज हॉस्टल का जो गेस्ट रूम होता है, सिटिंग जैसा, वहां पर सब बैठे। मैं भी अकेली नहीं गई, मेरी 4 सहेलियों को साथ में लेकर गई गेस्ट रूम में, और ऐसे बैठे। तो फिर बस कोई बातचीत नहीं किया, वो भी कुछ ऐसा कोई फॉर्मल नहीं, बोले सबसे आप कुछ गाइए बस। और मेरा जो है वो तो मैंने एक गुजराती बहुत अच्छा है वो गाया था, आपने तारा अंतरनो एक तार, बहुत प्रचलित कवि की ये गजल जैसा है, जो मेरे कॉलेज में आकाशवाणी में भी, राजकोट आकाशवाणी सुगम संगीत में भी वो लोग रिकॉर्ड करके गए थे। फिर उन लोगों ने, डॉक्टर साहब ने गाया, तू दयाल दीन हो तू दानी में भिखारी, ये शायद सूरदास जी का है या किसी का, वो पता नहीं है। बस ऐसी बातें चले, और उनके दोस्त भी जो शिव जी के स्तोत्र बोले और गए, और दूसरे दिन वापस मिलने आए। हाँ, फिर दूसरा दिन आए फिर मिलने, और मुझे एक पुस्तक दिया जो श्री माँ शारदा मणि देवी की जीवनी। मुझे पता नहीं था कि श्री माँ शारदा मणि देवी कौन है। फिर उन्होंने बोला कि श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस जी के धर्मपत्नी और जिसे श्री माँ कहते हैं, ये बुक उनका जीवन चरित्र पढ़ के आपको निबंध लिखना है। निबंध में तो आप समझते होंगे क्या बोला। तो और फिर वो लिखना है, तो अखिल गुजरात निबंध स्पर्धा में आपको पढ़ के लिखना है। तो फिर मैं तो वैसे मन में तो बहुत घबरा रही थी, लेकिन पहले से ही आज्ञांकित थी, तो वो बस फिर हमको गुरु जैसे हॉस्टल से चल के मंदिर गए और वहाँ वो बैठे बुक पढ़ने लगे और मैं सुनती रही। बस ये हमारा शायद 10 दिन का ये प्रोग्राम रखा था। बाद में मैं मन में बहुत ही ऐसे सोच रही थी कि अरे ये तो एक साधु सन्यासी है। मेरी उम्र इतनी बड़ी नहीं थी, 17 साल की उम्र चल रही थी, तो मैं ज्यादा तो नहीं सोच सकती थी। लेकिन मैं बस पढ़ के मैंने वो निबंध भी एक टाइम में तैयार कर लिया और निबंध को पोस्ट कर दिया। फिर डॉक्टर साहब को एक पत्र वहाँ डाल दिया, उनको जो मेडिकल कॉलेज की हॉस्टल में रहते थे इंटर्नशिप की तरह। और कि आप मुझे ये बहुत, मैं तो एकदम आधुनिक युग की एक साधारण लड़की हूँ, मुझे ये स्पिरिचुअल कुछ भी पता नहीं है, और आपको ऐसा लगता, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप सन्यासी बनने के योग्य है। अगर ऐसे हो तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा। बस ऐसा लिख के मैं पोस्ट डाल के अपना मन का हृदय खाली करके पिताजी के घर चली गई। फिर कुछ दिन बाद उनका ये प्रत्युत्तर आया। पिताजी ने ही पत्र खोल के पढ़ा, इसमें उन्होंने लिखा कि आप अगर नहीं ना बोलेगी तो मुझे बहुत दुख होगा, लेकिन मैं आपके लिए अच्छा लड़का ढूंढूंगा। तो बस उनको दुख होगा। और मुझे पूछा तो पिताजी ने समझाया कि ये इतना अच्छा लड़का है कि तुम, उन्होंने सब बाबत ये अंदर की जो लेटर का था वो पढ़ लिया था। फिर पिताजी ने बोला कि जवाब लिख दो, तो मैंने जवाब लिख दिया कि चलिए अब मेरी हाँ। उसी दिन ये जब उनको ये खत मिला, उस टाइम ये अष्टमी थी, नवरात्रि थी। तो फिर उन्होंने वो पत्र पढ़ के उसी दिन रात वो गानों के बहुत ही चाहक थे हिंदी फिल्मों के। और मैं बता दूं कि जब वो मिलने आए, उन्होंने बताया था कि मैं फिल्में नहीं देखता हूँ कोई भी। गांधी शताब्दी के वर्ष से मैंने संकल्प लिया है कि मैं फिल्म नहीं देखूंगा। 69 होगी शायद उस समय मेडिकल में। तो फिर मैं क्या बोलूं, मैंने भी संकल्प ले लिया कि अब मुझे भी नहीं देखना है। तो उन्होंने गीत लिखा कि आधा है चंद्रमा रात आधी रहने जाए, वो ऐसे टाइटल लिख के। लेकिन अब ये बात आधी नहीं रही। बस इसी तरह ऐसे संसार चलता रहा। बाद में सेकंड ईयर तुरंत ही मेरी पढ़ाई छोड़नी पड़ी थी। नवनिर्माण आंदोलन हुआ तो अपना तकड़ी में सब हॉस्टल खाली करवाया। तो पिताजी को चिंता हुई, तो उन्होंने मेरी जल्दी से शादी कर दी। तो मैं शादी तो हो गई, लेकिन मैं बहुत इससे अंदर से दुखी थी कि मैं एक डॉक्टर बनने वाली थी और मेरा सपना चूर हो गया। हाँ। फिर 1 साल के बाद फिर जामनगर हम ऐसे मिलने गए, घूमने गए। तो उस टाइम हमारी कॉलेज के प्रोफेसर से मिले जो मेरे गुरुजन थे, जो बहुत ज्यादा। तो मेरे 2 गुरुजन वही एक साथ सब बैठे थे। तो उन्होंने डॉक्टर साहब को समझाया कि आपने क्यों हमारी ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट का ये स्टडी छुड़वा दिया। शादी जल्दी कर दी, उसके लिए हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं, लेकिन आप फिर से इनको डाल दीजिए, उनको पढ़ाई पूरी करवाइए। तो डॉक्टर साहब पहले तो बोले कि ऐसा कैसे चल सकता है। तो हम उनकी वो भी चला लेंगे, अगर वो कॉलेज रेगुलर ना करे, कभी कभी आए, कभी घर पर आए। तो मेरा स्टडी फिर से शुरू हो गया। और वही मेरी जिंदगी का सबसे खुशी का, जो मैंने पहले बोला था आपको एक बार, कि कौन सा मेरा सबसे बड़ा दुख और कौन सा मेरा सबसे बड़ा सुख। तो जो छूटा वो दुख था, जो शुरू हो गया वापस। और फिर बस इस तरह। और 2 बच्चे हैं, दोनों बेटी मेरी बड़ौदा में रहती है, उसकी अपनी एक लैंग्वेज एकेडमी है जो GRE, TOEFL, IELTS उन सबके क्लासेस लेती है और स्टूडेंट्स को अब्रॉड पढ़ाई के लिए भेजती है। और बेटा TCS में टाटा कंसल्टेंसी में अच्छी पोस्ट पर है। और हम दोनों यहाँ पर अपना क्लिनिक भी चलाते हैं और डॉक्टर साहब को सेवा ही करते हैं। 20 रुपया कंसल्टेशन से इतने सालों से पेशेंट्स के सेवा करते हैं। तो बस जीवन इस तरह आराम से आनंद से बीत रहा है। धन्यवाद सबको सुनने के लिए।
बहुत बढ़िया जी, बहुत बढ़िया आपने बताया कि जीवन आनंद से गुजर रही है, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात है।
हाँ, तो अभी जब ये सीनियर हेयर टैलेंट का जो था हमारा कंपटीशन, तो डॉक्टर साहब भी बहुत खुश थे, क्योंकि जो मेरी जो बचपन से कॉलेज लाइफ में और यहाँ पर भी जो मेरी म्यूजिक ही मेरा ऐसे सहारा है, तो उसमें उन्होंने पूरा सहयोग दिया कि आप अपना तैयारी करो। उस दिन दोनों दिन मैंने छुट्टी लोक लगा के घर में।
अरे वाह, बहुत अच्छा। चल, इंतजार का फल मीठा।
एक मिनट डॉक्टर साहब आइए ना जरा, सबको नमस्कार बोल दीजिए।
नमस्कार। अरे गिर गया, फूल गिर गया। हाँ, नमस्कार जी। नमस्कार।
दिखाई देते हैं अच्छी तरह।
नहीं, आप वो तो
आपका हाथ, हाँ आपका हाथ इसके ऊपर है, लेंस के ऊपर। हाँ, अब ठीक है। नमस्कार डॉक्टर साहब।
बस
अच्छा लगा।
एकदम खुश है, बहुत एकदम खुश है। आपको मिलकर बहुत खुश हो गई।
आप बड़े मिलनसार हैं, बहुत अच्छा लगता है हमको भी आप लोगों से मिलके। बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ सीनियर्स टुडे।
हमारा तो बिजनेस ही है लोगों से मिलना।
हाँ जी, आप तो कितने के, और आप सबको स्वस्थ बनाते हैं, तो ये तो और भी बड़ी बात है। सबको दवा देके।
थैंक यू, आपका टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करेंगे। थैंक यू। प्रणाम बहन जी, प्रणाम।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
थैंक यू सो मच। आप सभी को भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आ गए तो मैंने कहा चला आप अपना चेहरा दिखा दीजिए।
अच्छा किया आपने, हमको मिलने का मौका मिला ना, हम लोग को भी अच्छा लगा।
Nice meeting.
Same here, Mr. Narayan Rao. Really a pleasure knowing about you. You are one of our. No, I think your voice is breaking a bit, so we couldn't hear you exactly, Mr. Narayan Rao. So who else is left? We have. So Abhishek Mathur.
ये एक्चुअली मेरी मदर है, मृदुला माथुर। शी इज रिटायर्ड फ्रॉम मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस।
वाओ।
ये अपने बारे में कुछ बताएंगी?
जरूर जी, बताइए जी।
नमस्कार जी। नहीं कुछ नहीं, मैं अपना यहाँ रहती हूँ, मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं, हम आराम से रहते हैं, एक बहू है, एक पोती है।
अरे और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में।
हाँ, मैं डिफेंस से रिटायर हुई हूँ, घर में रहती हूँ, सारे दिन काम करती हूँ, अभी तक भी घर में।
अभी तो आपका उम्र क्या है? ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है तो ठीक है, कंटिन्यू।
72 साल।
ज्यादा नहीं है। और अभी 28 साल बचा है।
हाँ ठीक है, मैं काम वाम में लगी रहती हूँ, टाइम पास होता है। बच्चे हो, वर्क फ्रॉम होम है सबका, अब आजकल भी चल रहा है
काफी जगह पे। अभी लेकिन अभी थोड़ा थोड़ने लगे हैं काफी जगह पे।
अब थोड़ा खुल रहा है वैसे, पर अभी हमारे बच्चों का अभी घर से ही हो रहा है अभी तो काम।
अच्छा।
तो इसलिए काम तो हो ही जाता है, घर में तो होता ही है काम। काम वालियाँ हाँ कुछ रख रखी है सर्वेंट, वो भी कर लेते हैं, सब मिलके हो रहा है ऐसा।
अच्छा,
खुश हूँ मैं अपने घर में, बहुत खुश हूँ।
बस घर सारा संसार है जी, खुश रहना ही है हमें।
यही चलता रहे, अच्छा है बस।
बहुत अच्छे जी।
हाँ जी, नमस्कार जी।
नमस्कार। अलका गांधी जी, यू ज्वाइन वेरी लेट, बहुत लेट आए हैं आप, कुछ कहना चाहेंगी आप?
नहीं, धन्यवाद। अभी मैंने पढ़ा है, कहीं गई हुई थी तो अभी मोबाइल खोला है तो ज्वाइन किया है।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा,
नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। यहाँ पे वी वर जस्ट डिस्कसिंग आवर फर्स्ट मीटिंग विथ आवर
मैंने अभी मैसेज पढ़ा और ज्वाइन कर लिया।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा,
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
ओके।
एक्चुअली मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो हम मृदुला जी हैं, हमारी मदर, ये गाना बड़ा अच्छा गाती हैं, पुराने गाने, इनको गाने का शौक है।
तो 2 लाइन गा दीजिए जी, मजा आ जाएगा, अधूरापन बंद हो जाएगा।
बेमुरब्बत।
हाँ 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 हाँ, बढ़िया
है गाना गाए।
मुबारक बेगम वाली गाना आप गाइए।
बेमुरवत बेवफा बेगाना दिल आप है, आप माने या न माने मेरे कातिल आप है। बेमुरवत बेवफा।
क्या बात है,
बस हम इतना ही गाना।
बहुत अच्छे, बहुत
तन्हाई में भी गाइए ना फिर।
Still you are maintaining the श्रुति सुर।
बहुत अच्छे है।
लेट के अभी
आवाज भी आपका बड़ा स्टेबल है, बहुत गंभीर आवाज है, अच्छा लगा सुन के।
हाँ, स्कूल में सब लाइक करते थे, हमें गाना गाते थे ना, स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में ही पढ़े हुए हम लोग तो। तो अपने आराम से खूब गाते थे, सब फंक्शन में भाग लेते थे। घर में भी हमारे बड़ी शादी माथुर है ना हम लोग, तो शादी ब्याह में बहुत गाना चलता है हमारे यहाँ पे।
संगीत तो होता ही है ना।
हाँ, माथुर में
अभी भी गाते रहिए आप, अच्छा लगता है आपको गाते हुए।
हाँ, सब अच्छा गाते हैं हमारे घर, और मेरी बहनें सब।
अच्छा,
भाई मेरा बहुत अच्छा गाता है गाना।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया।
भाभी म्यूजिक की लेक्चरर है यहाँ मेरी भाभी।
ओह, इज इट?
हाँ, म्यूजिक की नीता, डॉक्टर नीता माथुर।
वाह,
बहुत अच्छी उसमें है वो। बहुत अच्छी फैमिली है हमारी, नंद वगैरह सब बहुत बढ़िया है।
अरे वाह, बहुत अच्छा, अच्छा लगा सुन के।
हाँ जी। और आप लोग हैदराबाद में रहते हैं? हैदराबाद
नहीं, हम बेंगलुरु में रहते हैं, हालांकि बड़े बड़े बॉम्बे में है, मुंबई।
अच्छा, बॉम्बे में मेरी सिस्टर भी रहती है एक बार। बॉम्बे में।
बहुत अच्छे। चलो, गुड, थैंक यू सो मच। एंड अनिल जी अभी ज्वाइन किए हैं, आराम से कुछ जलपान भी कर रहे हैं, कुछ एनलाइटन अस अबाउट हाउ यू मेट योर लाइफ पार्टनर। Anil ji, Amar Singh, they are all recent joinees. Unfortunately, we have got to stop also. Archana, how long can we continue?
Sir, you can continue. We can finish.
Okay, because people are still logging in.
Yeah.
Are these sessions held frequently, or is the first one?
So this open house, it was there until a couple of months ago. Then we kind of suspended it. So it has been a revival today, after about a couple of months. So इधर अनिल जी आप बोलना चाहेंगे कुछ?
Thank you. I have just joined. I come to know only few minutes before that the program is continuing.
तो कोई नहीं, आप बताइए कैसे आपकी मुलाकात हुई अपने शरीके हयात के साथ?
Ours was an arranged marriage.
Wonderful.
Oh. I have not seen her, and she have not seen me before our final engagement.
कोई नई बात नहीं है उस जमाने के लिए।
And we finalized. Everything is going very good.
Very good. So, any exciting moments that you can share? जो प्रोसेस में जो हुआ था, लड़की देखने वाली बात हुई हो?
No, there was no such event.
Any surprises, any shocks?
मैडम को लगा था कि ये कोई बात तो बनी नहीं, हमने एक दूसरे को देखा नहीं। तो मीडिएटर ने मेरे को मतलब पास ऑन किया मैसेज। तो एक दिन फिर मैं मैडम के स्कूल में गया, उनके स्टाफ को बोला कि हमने मिलना है, हमारी बात तो पक्की है। बोले कोई कल को ऐसी बात तो नहीं टूट जाए, हमारे पर आ जाए। नहीं ऐसी कोई बात। फिर बैठे हम 10 मिनट बात की और ठीक सब कुछ।
चलो अच्छा है, खुश रहो, जीते रहो।
थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू।
अमर सिंह जी, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे इस मामले में, आपकी मुकालात? अनम्यूट। अच्छा, अमर सिंह जी निकल गए। चलिए, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हैव कवर्ड and some of them have to leave. So I would like to, thank you all for being part of this session. Whenever you joined, regardless of when you joined, अच्छा लगा आपके साथ बात करके, आपकी स्टोरी सुन के। हमने भी अपनी स्टोरी बताई आप लोगों को, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कब हुआ, क्यों हुआ। जो हुआ सो हुआ eventually. Thank you so much, all of you. Have a great day ahead, great week ahead. फिर मिलेंगे अगले ओपन हाउस में।
बाय
बाय, ऑल द बेस्ट, शुभ संध्या, शब्बा खैर।
बाय कर दो।